beautiful starseeds, light warriors, bodhisattvas of the earth. I am Sydney, and I hope you will join me on our Ascension Journey. I believe this is a very important journey right now because the earth and all of us are on a ascension trajectory, I believe, because otherwise you would not be listening to this video, I'm sure. So I created this because I know that a lot of people are really looking for clarity and inspiration and encouragement every day as to how to maneuver our way through this ascension journey. And it is not an easy one because there's quite a few million starseeds, I understand, Buddhas, Bodhisattvas of the earth, and light warriors who are on the planet at this time who came to this planet to actually help the ascension of this planet and the people on it. And I believe that this was the purpose of us coming to the planet at this time. And deep down in our soul that we know this. And through my own seeking the truth, which started basically when I was in my teens, and finding out what is my purpose? What is the best way to live? What is the best way to really bring out my highest potential? And through a spiritual practice, or going to school, or whatever it was, or going to church, or that kind of a thing. And I was a Catholic at that time when I was really searching for what it was to be enlightened, as I was studying Siddhartha in our English class. And I really was wondering, what is this enlightenment Siddhartha or Shakyamuni was expounding? And do we have to live in austerity, or do we have to go live in a commune? Or how do you live and become the most greatest self on this planet at this time? And what are the practices of that? So anyway, so I embarked on a seeking journey of what that was. And I went to my class. I went to my church. And which was Catholic, and nobody was there. I was just there praying by myself, and I was really into Joan of Arc, and I really wanted to be a Joan of Arc type person, saving the world in my own way. And I looked up at this cross, this beautiful man suffering, and I said, I don't think this is where it's at, so where is it? And not too long after that, I found out about this particular Buddhism, and I've learned how to say this mantra over and over again, to this law of the universe, where it brought out, and it brings out, everybody who says it brings out their highest potential. It brings out their higher self, or their Buddha nature, or their Buddha self. So I embarked on that, and I really took to it. I really vibrated very strongly with it. So I started out by doing this beautiful spiritual practice, and little by little I was able to come into terms with, my own discipline. Being a teenager, I had no discipline. I was not very good at doing the same thing every day. But this was my spiritual practice that I did from that point on, every day, twice a day. And it's already been 53 years. So I know it works, and the goal is for world peace. The goal is for absolute happiness of every single individual, every single living being on this planet. And I pray every day for my own enlightenment, but also for the enlightenment of other people. And I find that, and the enlightenment of my family, my community, people at my work, and people who might meet in in stores, etc. And this is where I started, and I'm continuing on this journey. And I believe that we are in the ascension timeline. We're in the ascension mode. So that's why I would really like to invite you to come along with me, as when I was asking, through my prayer, how do I really live my passion? How can I really assist mankind at this time? And the answers were coming to me. And I write in a journal every day, and I write down my dreams, and I write in a journal. And so I'm asking my higher self, or in Buddhism we call it our Buddha self, or Buddha nature, or you could call it God self, whatever you want to call it. But we all have this beautiful nature that's divine. We have this divine nature. And I would ask that, well, what is my higher purpose? How can I best serve mankind at this time? Because I know that's why I'm here. I'm not here, I'm not very good at partying, I have to say. I know how to have a good time. I love music, I love to dance, and I love to perform. But I wanted to know, how can I serve mankind at this time? And so the answer kept coming. Give out a message, a divine message from us. And us meaning, I don't know who, the beings of light, or the Akashic masters and guides, or my own higher self, and or the universal voice, the universal law's voice. I will say that's probably what it is, but it's within me. It's not, this beautiful enlightened self is not outside of us. I came to realize that it's inside of us. We are our God self, our Buddha self. We are the greatest. We are one with the universal law. So when we're connected with that universal law every day, we're able to bring it out. We're able to bring out our own uniqueness that no one else has, which is really, really beautiful. And so that's why it said, bring out our message, bring out our message. So that's what I'm doing. I'm bringing out a message from, I read the Akashic records, I read my own, and I also read other people's, toward whatever it is that they're asking about. A lot of people ask about, what is my purpose? A lot of people are stuck in maybe a relationship, or a career decision, or just stuck, period, and wanting to know, what is my next step. So this is why I'm going forth to do this, so that people will be able to know their next steps. And so I'm going to be asking and giving whatever encouragement or inspiration that the universal divine voice has for us today. And I'm going to be able to bring that forth, whatever I find today that is pertinent to whatever it is that we're going through at this time. So I hope you will join me, and that you just know that you're never alone. And you can always come here, and I would love to know your comments. What do you want to know next? What questions do you have for the universal law? What questions you have for the Akashic Masters? And if you want to know more about the Akashic Records and the Akashic Guides, I have videos from before, but we can also, I would like to go into that more in depth, into what my experience is. And everybody has slightly different Akashic Records, where we are on a different journey. And everybody's Akashic Records kind of looks a little different, because it is our place in the Akashic Records. It's kind of like our own room, it's very beautiful. I've seen many beautiful temples and that sort of a thing. So it's very, very, going on this journey, it's very exciting. So I hope you will join me in that, and to see, what messages do they have for us today, as far as, what's going on in the world, or my personal life, or ascension symptoms and that kind of a thing. So what symptoms are you going through? I know my symptoms are when the when it really, the energies get really, really strong from the cosmic energies, the solar energies, the human resonance gets spiking, and the resonance on the earth is, really, really spiking. I sometimes get very chaotic messages, or my negative thoughts will come out, and or I'll just kind of freeze, and I won't be able to do anything. I just have to look, chill out for a while, or I felt very fatigued, or like have vertigo, or just want to sleep. There's many variations on what people go through, but those are mine. And sometimes just this negativity will come out, like, oh my gosh, I can't deal with any of this. So I just say, okay, it's time to chill out, and don't maybe do anything for a while, or just write down what you're going through, and then look at it tomorrow. But the encouragement always comes back to me. It always, the next day, it's like the springtime happens, but it's darkest before the dawn, right? So anyway, there's beautiful encouragement. I hope that you will not think that you're doing it by yourself, that we're in this together, and find people who resonate with you. We're trying to bring the vibration up on this planet, and I do it every day through my spiritual practice and the mantra that I say over and over again, which is a very high vibration, and brings my vibration up to a higher life condition, and the life condition of a Buddha or an enlightened person. And just to let you know, that particular life condition is indestructible happiness. So that's why we're here. We're here to be living in indestructible happiness, and filled with joy, and bringing peace about the whole world, and really sharing with everybody what that is. And so I hope that you will be able to find your own individual happiness within yourself, and your own gifts, and ask every day, what that is. And so that you'll be able to fulfill your mission and your purpose. Every day we have our mission to fulfill, right? And it may be different than the day before. But basically, the overall purpose, or the overall mission, is of bringing light and love and harmony to the planet and to everybody around us, and creating this beautiful world of peace. So I hope you will join me on this. And I would like to ask the Akashic Masters and guides at this point, and we can go into who they are. I'm asking them for the collective of this planet. There's also Akashic records for each individual, and each planet, and each animal, and each business, and each entity and structure. But I'm asking for the collective at this time, so that we can get an overall kind of view for everyone, what the trajectory is at this time. Okay, so let me just ask them at this time, as I've gone into my records before I started speaking. So here we go. Dear ones, beautiful ones, ones of the light, we are here gathered together so we can create a unified field of the highest vibration for all of the planet. You are here because you asked to be here. Brave, brave, brave ones. And we bow to you deeply for all that you have done, and all that you are doing to serve mankind at this time. Thank you for being here and gathering together, arm in arm, with your fellow man, your fellow starseeds, light warriors, Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, or whatever you may call them. We ask that you please stick together, unify, and see the goodness in each other. There is enough of us people on this planet breaking each other down. Look for the good in each person. Look for their light, their spark, their Buddha nature, God nature, whatever you want to call it. and see that and focus on that and bring that out of the person. What you focus on becomes greater. So just know that as you focus on that which is the highest vibration or the highest in that person, you will be able to bring that out in them and see the goodness in yourself also. Dear ones, we also want to ask that you focus on your own spiritual journey and your own personal spiritual journey and how you go about that practice. Everyone has maybe a slightly different way of practicing their spiritual endeavors to bring out the best in yourself. And some, it is like what Sydney does, is she chants a particular mantra, the universal law, that brings out the best in her, but it also prays for the best in everyone else and brings about world peace. So you may also want to do it through some kind of a meditation or Kundalini yoga, Kriya yoga, and whatever, like a walking or whatever it is that will bring you into a place where you can go within and listen to your heart center. Come down from the ego into the heart center more and more and listen to that and discern the truth and the vibration and the wisdom that exists in there. And know that we are also sending messages to you through your chakras, especially through your crown and your root chakra from the earth and from the great source energy, universal law energy, and unified field. We come from the highest vibration, and we are sending you this love in these vibrations as we speak. So please stick together and empower each other with whatever you have inside of yourself, sending light out to others through your intention, the highest intention for that person's empowerment, growth, evolution, enlightenment, and ascension. And together we can create a world that is ascending, and all the people that wish to ascend will be able to also embark in that great journey. We thank you so much for being here, and congratulations on your ascension journey. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, beautiful beings, masters and beings of light, for working with us and giving us this guidance every day. And we look forward to what may be tomorrow and what you have to say. Thank you, and thank you everybody for joining.